27. So word problems leading to rational equations. Let's go ahead and dive into this. Guys, we're going to set up word problems. So it says, Anna Marie played tennis almost every weekend. So far, Anna's won 12 out of 20 matches. How many matches will Ann have to win in a row to improve her winning percentage to 75%? Okay, so she's won 12 out of 20 matches already. We're going to let M represent the additional matches that she must win to raise her winning percentage to 75%. After playing and winning all of those additional M matches, what has she played? She has won 12 plus M matches, which means she has played a total of 20 plus M matches. Because if she wins this many, that means her total number of matches went up that same amount. Alright? So her winning percentage is going to be this. 12 plus M over 20 plus M is equal to, I want to write 75% as a decimal, 0.75. Alright? So now what I can do, I can multiply both sides by 20 plus M to get rid of this. So when I do that, these cancel, so I get 12 plus M. Alright, let's do 75 hundredths times 20 as 15 plus 75 hundredths M. Alright, now we'll subtract that 75 hundredths. So I get 12 plus 25 hundredths M is equal to 15. Subtract 12. I get 25 hundredths M is equal to 3. Divide by 25 hundredths. So 3 divided by 25 hundredths. So M has to equal 12. So she has to play, or she has to win 12 matches in a row in order to improve her winning streak to 75%. How many matches will Ann have to win in a row to improve her winning percentage to 90%? Guys, we're going to do the same thing. 12 plus M over 20 plus M is equal to, instead of 75%, 90%. Multiply both sides by 20 plus M. So I get 12 plus M is equal to 90% times 20 is 18 plus 90 hundredths M. Subtract that 90 hundredths. I get 12 plus 1/10 M is equal to 18. Subtract 12. I get 1/10 M is equal to 6. Divide by 1/10. And you get M is equal to 60. So she must win 60 matches in a row in order to get a 90% winning percentage. Can Ann reach a winning percentage of 100%? Alright? Will she ever reach 100%? At this point in time, she's only won 12 out of 20 matches. She's already lost 8 matches. So she will never reach 100%. Because she's already lost 8 matches. She would not be able to lose any matches to get to 100%. After Anne has reached a winning percentage of 90% by winning consecutive matches in Part B, how many matches can she now lose in a row to have a winning percentage of 50%? Alright, so, recall from Part B that she had won 72 matches out of 80 to reach a winning percentage of 90%. So we're going to assume that if she loses the next M matches in a row, she will still have won 72 matches out of all of her matches. So she's won 72, and she's going to continue losing matches. So now the number of matches is only going to be added to her total amount. And she wants to keep that at 50%. Alright? So go ahead and solve this. We'll do 80 plus M. So I get 72 is equal to, if you don't know, 80 times 0.5 is 40 plus 50th M. Subtract 40. So I get 32 is equal to 50 hundredths M. 32 divided by M would have to be 64. Okay? So in order to keep her percentage at 94% or at 90%, she can lose 64 matches in a row, and that will drop her to 50% winning. All right? Working together, it takes Sam, Jenna, and Francisco 2 hours to paint one room. When Sam is working alone, he can paint one room in 6 hours. When Jenna works alone, she can paint one room in 4 hours. Determine how long it would take Francisco to paint one room on his own. Okay, so we're going to consider how much can be accomplished in 1 hour. So Sam, Jenna, and Francisco together can paint half a room in 1 hour. If Sam can paint one room in 6 hours on his own, then in 1 hour he can paint 1/6 of a room. Okay, same with Jenna. If Jenna can paint a room in 4 hours, then in 1 hour she can do 1/4 of a room. Alright? We do not know how much Francisco can paint in an hour, so we're going to say that he can paint 1/x. Alright? 1/x of a room. So all three can paint, it says all three can paint a room, or can paint half a room in 1 hour. Okay? So it takes 2 hours to paint one room. Then in 1 hour they can paint half the room. Okay? So all together they can paint half the room. So let's set this up. So 1/6 plus 1/4 plus 1x equals 1/2. Because this is how much Sam can paint, this is how much Jenna can paint, this is how much Francisco can paint, and this is what they can paint all together. So I'm going to set it up like this. Common denominator, we'll do what? 12F. Or 12x, sorry. So 6 goes into 12 2 times. 2 times 1 is 2 plus that x. 4 times 3 is 12, so 3 times 1 is 3 plus that x. In this case, I have the x, so I just need to put 12. And 2 goes into 12 6 times, so 6 times 1 is 6 plus that x. Common denominator, so I can look at it like this. 2x plus 3x plus 12 is equal to 6x. So 5x plus 12 is equal to 6x. Subtract 5. 12 is equal to x. So that means Francisco can paint 1/12 of a room, or it takes him 12 hours to paint one room. Okay? So it would take Francisco 12 hours. Alright, let's look at exercise 2. Melissa walks 3 miles to the house of a friend and returns home on a bike. She averages 4 miles per hour faster when cycling than when walking. And the total time for both trips is 2 hours. Find her walking speed. Alright, so distance is equal to rate times time. That's a formula that we have been using forever. Okay? So we want to find her time. So T is equal to D over T. All right. The time it takes for Melissa to walk to her friend's house, it takes her, the distance is 3, so it's 3r. And to cycle back is 3 over r plus 4. All right? So to walk to her friend's house, the distance is 3 over r. To cycle, it says she can walk 4 miles faster, or 4 miles per hour faster when cycling. So her rate becomes 4 miles faster. All right? So now we can write an equation that represents both trips. All right, so this is her walking. This is her cycling. And it takes a total of 2 hours. Okay? So common denominator of r times r plus 4. So I have the r here, so I need to multiply 3 times the r plus 4. So 3r plus 12. I'm going to go ahead and multiply through. I need to multiply 3 times r because I already have the 3, or the r plus 4. And I have to multiply the 2 times everything. So r times r is r squared, so I have 2r squared. And r times 4 is 4r, so that would be 8r. Okay? Alright, so now, set it up. So I have 6r plus 12 is equal to 2r squared plus 8r. I'm going to take everything over. So subtract this 6. And I'm going to subtract the 12. Alright, so I get 0 is equal to 2r squared plus 2r minus 12. Alright. I can pull a 2 out of this. So I get r squared plus r minus 6. I can factor r and r, 3 and 2. Alright. Which means that r would equal negative 3 +2, or 0. Alright, well, we won't even put that 0 in there. We'll just leave that alone. Okay. So since R represents her speed, it doesn't make sense for R to be negative. So that means that she must be walking 2 miles per hour. Okay? Alright, number 3, you have 10 liters of juice blend that is 60% juice. How many liters of pure juice need to be added in order to make a blend that is 75% juice? So we're starting off with 10 liters of blend that's 60% juice. Then this blend contains, so I need to figure out how much it contains of juice. Alright? So if it's 60% juice, I multiply that, which means that it is 6 liters of juice. Alright? In the 10 liters of mixture. So if we add 8 liters of pure juice, then the concentration of juice in the blend would be 6 plus A over 10 plus A. Because I'm adding an A amount. I want to add an A amount of real juice to the A amount of the mixture. And we want it to have a 75% blend. Alright, so now I'm going to multiply through by 10 plus A. So I get 6 plus A is equal to 7.5. Subtract 6. A would be equal to 1.5. So if we had 6 liters of juice, wait a minute, I don't think I did that right. Nope, I didn't. I gotta finish this. So I have 0.25A is equal to 1.5. I didn't think it was that simple. So 1.5 divided by 25 hundredths, A would be equal to 6. So that means that I'm going to add 6 liters of pure juice. So we're going to have 16 liters of a blend that contains 12 liters of juice. Alright, so then I would have a 75% mixture. Alright, how many liters of pure juice need to be added in order to make a blend of 90% juice? We're going to set it up the exact same way. 60 plus A, I'm sorry, not 60 plus A, 6 plus A over 10 plus A, and I want it to be equal to 90%. Alright, multiply through by 10 plus A, so I get 6 plus A is equal to, now I got to remember to multiply everything this time. Alright, is 9 plus 9/10 A. Subtract the 6. A is equal to 3 plus 9/10 A. Subtract the 9/10. So I get 1/10 A is equal to 3. Divide by 1/10. So A would have to be 30. So in this case, I would have to add 30 liters of pure juice in order to have the mixture that I needed. Write a rational equation that relates the desired percentage, P, to the amount of A of pure juice that needs to be added to make the blend that is P percent juice, where 0 is less than P is less than 100. What is the reasonable restriction on the set of possible values for P, and explain your answer. So in this case, I'm going to use the same equation I've been using. only this time I don't know my percentage, so I'm going to put P over 100 because we all know that a percentage is out of 100. Okay? So in this case, we would need to have somewhere between 60 and 100 liters for the problem to make sense. Alright? So if we already have 60% juice, the percentage can't decrease by adding more juice. And we're never going to have 100%. So it needs to be, so P has to be greater than 60, but less than 100. Suppose that you have added 15 liters of juice to the original 10 liters. What's the percentage of juice in this blend? Alright, so we're looking for a percent, which means P over 100. Alright. And we're adding 15 liters. So 6 plus 15 over 10 plus 15. Alright, so I have P over 100 is equal to 21 over 25. Guys, because this is a proportion, I can cross multiply. 25P is equal to 2100. So P would be equal to 84. So it's 84%. Alright. Solve your equation in part C for the amount A. Are there any excluded values of the variable P? Does this make sense in the context of the problem? Alright, so it wants us to go ahead and solve this one. 6 plus A over 10 plus A is equal to P over 100. It wants us to solve for A. Alright. So, I'm going to cross multiply. I'm going to do 100 times 6 plus A is equal to P times 10 plus A. Alright, so 600 plus 100A is equal to 10P plus AP. Alright. Go ahead and we are trying to solve for A, so let's go ahead and bring this over here. So and then let's go ahead and take this over to the other side. Alright, so I'm going to kind of do a couple of things here. So I'm going to have 100A minus AP is equal to negative 600 plus 10P. Alright. I can take an A out of this. 100 minus P is equal to negative 600 plus 10P. Alright. Divide both sides by 100 minus P. So I get A is equal to negative 600 plus 10P over 100 minus P. Alright, so we see from the equation for A that P cannot equal 100. It cannot equal 100. This makes sense because we could never make 100% juice. Alright? Alright, last question. You have a solution containing 10% acid and a solution containing 30% acid. How much of the 30% solution must you add to 1 liter of the 10% solution to create a mixture that is 22% acid? So if we add A liters of a 30% solution, then the new mixture is 1 plus A. So that means it contains 1/10 plus 3/10 A liters of acid. And we want it to be 22% acid. Alright, so we're going to set this up. 1/10 plus 3/10 A over 1 plus A. And we want that to be 22%. Alright, so go ahead and multiply through 1 plus A. So I get 1/10 plus 3/10 A is equal to 22/10 plus 22/10 A. Alright, subtract that 22/10. 1/10 plus 8/100 A is equal to 2200 or 2200. Subtract my 1/10. Divide by 8/100. Alright. And I see that A is equal to 1.5. So if we could add 1.5 liters of 30% to 1 liter of 10%, the result's 2.5 liters of 22% acid solution. Write a rational equation that relates the desired percentage P to the amount A of 30% solution that needs to be added to 1 liter of 10% acid solution to make the blend that is P% acid, where 0 is less than P is less than 100. Alright, so let's look at this. We're going to set this up just like we did. Is equal to P over 100. Solve the equation in part B for A. Alright, so we're going to solve this for A. We're getting kind of long here, and guys, I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on this. I've already showed you how to solve these. Cross multiply, and you would get A is equal to 10 minus P over P minus 30. Alright. If you had to add 30% solution to 1 liter of 10% solution to make 26%, how much of the stronger acid did you add? So I'm going to use the formula in part C, and I would get A is equal to 10 minus 26 over 26 minus 30. So I would get A is equal to negative 16 over negative 4, so A would be equal to 4. Alright, so we would add 4 liters of 30% to 1 liter of 10%. Alright guys, hope you have a great rest of your week.